This story really makes me wonder.
You got to listen for a little bit.
What your man Floyd Mayweather Jr.
and we're going to talk about
up to. Because we all know that Floyd Mayweather Jr. has been out front for the sport of boxing, trying to clean it up in the fight against steroids. And now I'm starting to wonder if all that was just an act. A lot of bluster, a lot of sleight of hand, deflection of blame, because maybe he was trying to deflect any scrutiny off himself, Floyd Mayweather Jr. And it seems extra hypocritical today because I remind you, as you well know, that Floyd and members of his camp publicly accused my man Manny Pacquiao of PED use, and my man Manny was so offended he took them to court and he won. And
a lot of people deny that Floyd Mayweather was sued by Manny Pacquiao, and it's all in this Thomas Hauser article. In my opinion, you need to read the whole article in full, because there were a lot of people when it first came out, because of miseducation and lack of information, they thought that it was a fake article. It is not a fake article. It is a very real article by a very well-known and respected boxing journalist. What I'm going to do is, before I continue to play any of this, I'm going to read the official press statement released by Floyd Mayweather just an hour ago. Floyd Mayweather's statement, as already confirmed by the USADA, the United States Doping Agency, I did not commit any violations under the Nevada or USADA drug testing guidelines. I follow and have always followed the rules of Nevada and the USADA, the gold standard in drug testing. Of course, he's going to say that, but they're not really the gold standard in drug testing. Let's not forget that I was the one 6 years ago who insisted on elevating the level of drug testing for all my fights. As a result, he's talking about Olympic-style drug testing, which is really not Olympic-style drug testing. As a result, there is more drug testing and awareness of its importance in the sport of boxing today than ever before. I am very proud to be a clean athlete and will continue to champion the cause. Simple press release. If you don't know, Olympic-style drug testing is, or should be, when you're tested 24 hours a day, or when you can be tested 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 or 66 days per year. Floyd Mayweather does not do that. Floyd Mayweather, in turn, dictates when he's going or not going to be tested. A lot of fans have been pointing out, and a lot of media members have been pointing out, look how Floyd Mayweather fights are being scheduled. They're being scheduled later and later, and some are saying the reason why he's scheduling his fights or announcing his fights so late before they actually happen. For example, he announced Mayweather versus Berto on August the 4th. The fight's on September the 12th. A lot of people are saying that's giving him time to taper off of whatever he was taking. Now, I'm not accusing Floyd Mayweather of anything. All I'm saying is it all sounds hypocritical. And we're going to listen to a little bit more Stephen A. Smith. This is from today, and we're going to continue to talk about it. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live of RealCombatMedia.com, and I cover every single major fight live. Please subscribe.
Now, I also remind you that my man Manny, the night of that fight in Las Vegas, May the 2nd, was denied the ability to take a pain-killing injection in his torn rotator cuff because he had not submitted the day before the proper paperwork. So meanwhile, that day before, right after the weigh-in in Las Vegas, what happened? According to this report by Thomas Hauser and
this part is very, very important, and it's very damning because, you know, Manny Pacquiao was denied his shot, and on the other end, Floyd Mayweather is taking IVs. A man who, during an HBO 24/7, if I'm correct, said, no, I don't take no needles.
B-Nation, Floyd Mayweather Jr. went straight home and took an IV that is against the rules unless you're granted an exemption. By the way, that exemption was not granted by the U.S. Anti-Doping Agency for 18 more days. They did it in hindsight, in retrospect.
So basically, he wasn't supposed to take the IVs unless they said, unless he was told by the USADA that, okay, you could take these IVs. But they didn't give him permission to take the IVs, or, you know, until damn near 3 weeks later, you know, after the fight. So it's like, did he take these IVs? Did he take these IVs knowing that the USADA was going to be cool with it? Or did he take these IVs thinking that, well, I hope they're cool with it? Or, you know, as people have been saying, is the USADA in Floyd Mayweather's pocket? Let's continue.
In fact, they said, oh, well, we're going to say it's okay 18 days after the fight. And it wasn't until 20 days after the fight that the U.S. anti-doping agency thought it might be a pretty good idea to inform the Nevada Athletic Commission that Floyd got this exemption for therapeutic use, this IV. Let me tell you what this IV reportedly had.
This is important.
It had 750 milliliters of whatever solution. It was saline and vitamins. Doesn't matter what it was. A saline solution. 750 milliliters went into Floyd's body, according to this report. The World Anti-Doping Agency that Molly referred to, the one I hang my hat on, the Olympic Testing Agency, says that the cutoff is 50 milliliters. Floyd went to 750 milliliters when only 50 are allowed for Olympic-style testing. Why, as Molly pointed out? Because if you put 750 milliliters in your body, which according to the average weight of an average male would be about 16% of your blood system, you can mask whatever's in there. You can cover it up going into a big fight against Manny Pacquiao. It doesn't prove anything, but it smells to highest heaven.
And that's the issue. See, it's not that no one's accusing Floyd Mayweather of doing anything. It's just like you're taking all these fluids into your body, and not to mention you're taking fluids that, you know, that you're not supposed to be taking according to the Nevada State Athletic Commission. You know, well, put it this way, you're not supposed to be taking any IVs. But you're taking these fluids and you take 700 more milliliters than what, you know, is what you're supposed to take. And the reason why is because the other drug testing, you know, the more, you know, respectable drug testing organizations, they feel, well, if you're taking that much saline or vitamins or whatever it is you're putting into your body, then you're trying to mask something. You're trying to replace fluids. So therefore, when you give blood and you piss, whatever you took before, it doesn't show up in your blood or in your urine. You know, and that's the isolated issue. I understand a lot of fans don't want to read the article. It's way too long. I understand that a lot of fans don't know, you know, oh, well, he just took some needles. He was dehydrated, you know, but it's just like, this is Floyd Mayweather. He can't be doing stuff like that, especially with the fact that, what if this was Manny Pacquiao? What if it was found out that 2 days or the day before Manny Pacquiao stepped into the ring against Floyd Mayweather, he was taking IVs, just needles of anything, just even if it was just a reg, you know, just drawing blood. If Manny Pacquiao would have took a needle before the Mayweather fight, you know, and it was all this stuff of, you know, it's just, listen, I'm getting frustrated talking about it, because here you have two sides, hardcore Floyd Mayweather supporters that will not look at the facts, you know, of the fact that, well, why would he do something like that? We're not saying that he did something, but it's hardcore Floyd Mayweather supporters that are looking at the fact that, well, it's Floyd Mayweather. He's the reason why the sport is getting clean now. And then it's the ones that are, you know, the Manny Pacquiao supporters are saying that, well, damn, all Manny Pacquiao wanted was a painkiller that was legal, but here you have on the other end Floyd Mayweather doing something that was illegal at the time, because he didn't have the exemption from the drug testing organization at that moment. So it's a nasty situation. And now it's coming to where, you know, you had Stephen A, you know, later on in this video arguing, well, that, you know, nobody's seen Manny Pacquiao, you know, well, nobody was saying anything when Pacquiao was knocking out all these guys, you know, and moving up in weight and just dominating people. There are two reasons you can use steroids, is, you know, as been pointed out by others, and as you should know if you follow sports, is for recovery reasons, testosterone reasons. For example, Floyd Mayweather is a 38-year-old man, and he's looking better and better each time he fights. You know, it can be for recovery reasons or to build strength. I don't think that Floyd Mayweather, if he was juicing, he was used like he was like he. I don't think he was, you know, doing it to add strength. I believe if he was doing it, he was doing it to, you know, like for recovery reasons. And it's like, it was so many, you know, rumors, and there was so much speculation around the camp where, you know, Floyd Mayweather had denied, you know, the $5 million clause for if there was a failed drug test or something like that. Also, the Mimo Haradia, that was a rumor to allegedly be working with Floyd Mayweather. Haradia even confirmed that he was working with Floyd Mayweather on his Twitter account, then later took it down. Floyd Mayweather, before the Robert Guerrero fight, had some questionable test results. And it's like, we're at a point right now where it's like, I thought this Mayweather-Pacquiao saga was over. And there's a lot of fans saying, well, this is a great way for Floyd Mayweather to sell this fight. No, this is not. How can you be such a dickhead to think that Floyd Mayweather is going to use, you know, like allegations like this to sell an Andre Berto fight? Now, to you know, on the end of Thomas Hauser, who released this article, I'm sure that he knew, you know, marketing-wise, that if he released this article around Mayweather's fight, the fight week, that it would get all this publicity, and it has, because it's all over the place. ESPN First Take is opening up, talking about it before they talk about football season that starts this weekend. It is a big deal. Let's listen to a little bit more.
And this whole idea of Floyd saying that he's been Olympic tested, this story just shoots holes all through that, because the U.S. anti-doping agency is just this independent arm that operates in this country that you can pay to come and test you for your event. So its integrity has been challenged here. Its credibility is being challenged here, because Floyd will call upon the U.S. anti-doping agency to come and test him closer and closer to fights because he's gotten smarter and smarter. Floyd doesn't announce his fights until very close to fight time. Andre Berto, we know, is tomorrow night, September 12th. That fight didn't get announced until August the 4th. So in 4 or 5 weeks, that's all the testing that the U.S. anti-doping agency is able to do.
5 weeks of testing.
Between the Manny fight and all the way up to August, Floyd could be doing anything. Olympic testing is 365 days a year, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Floyd has never been subjected to that kind of testing. And let me also add, before I hand off to you, Stephen A. Smith, I know this writer, Thomas Hauser. He is a dean of boxing writers. He's now 69 years of age. He wrote the definitive biography of Muhammad Ali, that was published in 1991. You could say that he's favorable to Ali, and you could read. I'm going to be objective here. You could read into it that maybe he has an axe to grind against Floyd because Floyd has been so publicly hard on Muhammad Ali. I don't know that. I don't believe that. I just know that Thomas Hauser has been around a long time. He's plugged in boxing circles. He shares some of his other previous reporting about Floyd. And
it is true. A lot of fans are going to say, well, this Thomas Hauser guy has always been against Floyd Mayweather. But no matter what you think of Thomas Hauser, looking at that article and reading it in detail, it's like, where did he get all these details from? You know, and also Floyd Mayweather is not saying that he did not take IVs. In his statement, he's not saying that he did not take IVs. He's basically saying he didn't break any rules because, according to the USADA, he didn't break any rules. You know, so it's a tough situation. As you know, it's fight week. We are fully credentialed. TstreeT Controversy with RealCombatMedia.com. Our video reporter, Zoe Crooks, is out there in Vegas right now getting us, providing us full coverage for the event. As you know, we have a big week of boxing. I am going to be covering all these fights. As you know, I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. As the story develops, we will be talking about it more. Please subscribe.